I've lived in the Pacific Northwest ever since I was 2 years old. We're called the Emerald City. The mountains and the trees and the ocean and the forest is just so green. There's a lot to be protected here, and you can see the beauty that once was and how it doesn't exist anymore. The salmon, the orcas, all the things that are supposed to be here are not. When I was little, always seeing all the signs that said this is where creatures are, but instead that they weren't there, I could tell that something was wrong. My name is Jamie Margolin. I'm an 18-year-old climate justice activist and a founder of the youth climate justice organization called 0 Hour. The spark that really took me to being an activist was the 2016 election. I had always been under this misconception that maybe my leaders would handle the climate crisis, but that election was the last nail in the coffin.
We're going to cancel the Paris Climate Agreement. Unbelievable.
And then Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, Hurricane Harvey hit Texas, and then of course there was wildfires in southern Canada, which covered my city in a thick layer of smog. And that was the first time I realized that the climate crisis was coming to my home. It was just the perfect storm of events, and so I decided, you know what, enough is enough. So I realized I had to make a bigger splash. I posted on my social media, I'm going to start a youth climate march, who is with me? I got a response from a girl named Nadia Nazar in Baltimore. I met 2 students, Zanaji Artis and Madeline too, who were like, okay, yeah, this march sounds cool, let's do this. So I got everyone together and we started this movement, 0 Hour. We had to really hand build this momentum and make it. And then we started to bring in more people, spread the word, and then everyone was just everywhere. We organized youth climate marches on July 21st, 2018 in 25 cities around the world, and we delivered our demands to our leaders of what we, the youth, need in order to have a livable future.
What do we do when our climate is under attack?
A few weeks after it, Greta Thunberg started her climate strike, so we've been part of a coalition that has been organizing all of the climate strikes in the United States and really pushing that strike movement to what it is today. I spend most of my time on my computer doing emails, on conference calls, organizing for all of my activism. It's just a lot of grunt work. It's a lot of behind the scenes work. I guess the part I enjoy most is really seeing the event come together, marching and rallying and being with the people and being in it, and feeling the community around me okay, this is gonna work, and seeing all of that hard work pay off. All of the young people out there who keep asking me, how do I get involved? How do I do this? Do you have any tips? And I got asked these questions so many times that I was like, okay, here's the book. Youth to Power it's the ultimate guide to being a young activist and organizer. The book is what I wish I would have had when I was little, and just trying to get involved is something that I'm really, really proud of. My advice to young people who'd like to use their voice to fight for their rights is to take whatever it is that you're already good at, whether you are an artist, whether you're really into science, technology, engineering, robotics. The movement isn't just people holding megaphones out in the streets, so you can take whatever it is that you're good at and use your passion to uplift a cause that you care about. Generation Change is about uniting young people all around the world who want to create change in their communities. Use the hashtag GenChange to post on social media about what you're doing for the climate. I'd love to see all of the amazing work that all of you are doing to fight for climate justice.